Yo, we live. You're now listening to volume 63 of the Bucket Up Podcast. Here with your boy Ty Doyle, aka DJ Buttersauce, aka Ty Latte, aka your mom got me on her naughty list. And I'm here as always with the homie, the kid JB. Was good.
Living good, man. Happy to be here. It's the kid JB. Could have been right last week. Mr. Told You So. That's because I'm not always right, but when I am, shit, I told you so. Happy to be here. Like I said, God has blessed me with another 24 hours, just like Beyonce. So, what's my excuse? But yeah, man, we've arrived at the 63rd episode of the Bucket Up Podcast. Always got a tribute to an athlete, even though we skipped a couple weeks because, I've been. But this week, don't fact check me, but we're going with Gene Upshaw. He was a former Kansas City Chief, and they're kind of on the hot seat, as we all know, and we'll get into that a little later, possibly. But yeah, man, Bucket Up Podcast, episode 63, the kid JB. Happy to be here. Happy to see you. Ty, how you doing?
I am good, bro. I was having a cool weekend, sorta, and then had some hiccups at the end, but we can kind of talk about it. How was your weekend, bro?
Literal hiccups?
Nah, not the actual hiccups.
Okay, bet. About to say, I might have to scare you, the same way. Nah, man, weekend was cool. Weekend was chill. I want to say shouts to the movie world. I didn't see a movie, but the movie that I'm in has had its world premiere. You racist, sexist bigot has hit movies. We out here. Now I want to say shouts to Mango Sky Films, the production company that put it together. Peter Suarez and Maddie Steinkamp, the two directors and writers behind the project, was able to get it lit and live at the Film Bar in Phoenix, where there was two world premieres, 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock showing, a meet and greet, and a red carpet showing. So I showed up, had to rock black on black, murdered out on them.
Hey.
And it was kind of cool to see the fellow writers and actors, and I got to shake some hands of some people that genuinely saw the film for the first time, and it was really cool to be a part of it. So that was Friday, man. It was chill. Got some sushi, and this is where I don't know if I'm starting to rub people the wrong way when it comes to, we've mentioned on the Bucket Up Podcast how I traditionally get bad service at a restaurant.
Yeah, bro, that's like your thing, B.
It's starting to trickle into people's lifestyle themselves, and it's starting to like kind of maneuver into their lives and negatively affect it.
You the Michael Jordan of receiving bad customer service.
I will say, we went out to sushi after the event Friday night. Got a couple rolls. It was easy peasy. Shouts to the girl Joelle. She wanted a warm alcoholic drink. So she asked the waitress, could she have a hot toddy? Do you know what that is?
Isn't it like apple cider warmed up? With like
right.
Some whiskey or some shit?
It's something pretty much. It's traditionally hot tea and whiskey and lemon.
Tea, there you go.
And it seems simple. But homegirl seemed puzzled as 1,000 pieces. And she was just like, sure. And then Joelle was funny. She's like, I'm sure if you ask the bartender, she'll know how to make it.
Right.
And like, low key, she wanted to be like, or if she just Googles the shit, I'm sure she'll be straight, Which I would, if I was a bartender and someone said some wild shit, like, how am I not going to Google,
That's the thing, though. You ever been at, I feel like I've been at many a bar, like random bars, and asked for a drink, and they were like, what? Like, I asked for a whiskey sour before, and somebody was like, what is this, the 1920s? I'm like, bro, what? I was just so taken aback. I was like, bro, I've definitely gotten whiskey sours everywhere else I've ever been, and have never gotten this pushback. Just say you don't know how to make the drink.
You like, fam, he really hit you with the, is it, what year is this type shit?
Yeah, it's like, wow, was it 1920s? Like, nigga, just say you don't know how to make the drink, bro. Like, don't be hitting me with like, oh, I'm the wrong one.
Yeah, like
fucking ordering a cocktail at a goddamn bar. Like, what the fuck?
Like, fam, sorry that you didn't fucking graduate from bartending school, but that's it's a pretty generic drink that you don't need to swing down and pull me down with you, fam.
Yeah, not surprisingly, it was the worst whiskey sour I've ever had.
You should have hit him with when he said, "Is this the 1920s?" You should have been like, "Yeah, they want their shirt back."
So dumb.
hit him with like, yeah, they want their haircut back.
So what happened? Like
so then homegirl kind of went away, confused as can be, walked away, and I kind of looked at Joel. I didn't say nothing, but I was kind of like, you're not gonna get this drink, like it's like, fam, like that's why we're at a sushi spot. I just order the Coke, or a sake, that's probably the extreme,
right.
But whatever. In her defense, it's a bar. They should have whatever. But then people are the worst, and the bartender runs behind, pretty much next to us, and as loud as can be, is like, man, like, I don't know how to make a fucking hot toddy. Like, how do you do this shit? And Joelle's like hearing all of it, and then she just pretty much is like, it's all good. You don't need to make it.
Yo.
And the girls were just like kind of like stuck, like, oh shit, like, are you sure? Blah blah blah. And I was laughing because when it came time to come to the bill, the girl's like, well, I took it off your tab, and I was like, well, no shit, fam. Like, there was nothing to put on the tab. Yeah.
Oh, thanks for doing what you're supposed to do.
So then that was Friday night, and then Saturday night, last night, we went out and I wanted some pho. So shout outs to, I think, Vietnamese.
Shit, bro.
Vietnamese. So we hit
soup out here, B. If we count it as a soup, it's the best soup.
We hit Japanese. No, it's not. Matzo ball soup is the best.
I'm not gonna argue with you on Hanukkah and shit.
Yeah, I get the 8-day pass. Shout out to Hanukkah.
But like,
lit, baby.
It's cool. It's cool.
And there's something we could do. We'll another episode. We'll do the soups, best soups.
All right, there we go.
But then so Saturday I was like, yo, you should see if they know what's up with the hot toddy. She's like, I will. So bartender comes or waiter comes, and she's like, can you make me a hot toddy? My man's just as confused. And he's like, that's like a warm oh no. What's funny is I thought a toddy was a coffee drink. So what's funny is after she's like, can I have a toddy? Your man said, oh, we don't have coffee.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, see, that's what I thought. And then Joelle was mad, like, man, like, no one knows what this shit is, blah, blah. So she was 0 for 2.
I will say I have never seen somebody order that shit in person. So yeah. I've only like heard of it in theory. Like, it's some shit that you probably make at like the crib,
But that's the type of shit where you don't even have to, like, she could have just ordered the ingredients and they would have gave it to her. I think the name just kind of scared them,
Right. Sometimes, yeah, that's what I usually do when people are like, oh, like, let me get this. And they're like, I don't know what that is. Like, oh, it's just this, and that. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you were like, yo, let me get a screwdriver, like, I don't know. You're like, vodka and orange juice, right? Like,
yeah, like, bro, that's it. It's not that hard. You know what I mean? But
they're like, what comes first? It's like, fam, I'm gonna make it for you. But but like, whatever. So that's what happened both nights, and I was just laughing because I was like, you're not in the wrong for ordering these drinks. I just think they don't know what the fuck it is, so they're just like, hey, I'm not gonna make it. And she was just mad that they wouldn't make it. And I was just laughing. I was like, yo, it's the risk you run now going out to dinner with me.
Right.
You have the chance of getting better, less than good service. Yeah. And that's the tendency.
I just looked at the ingredients to a hot toddy. Man, Joelle's a classy ass girl, bro. You got like, it's like bourbon, some honey in there, and a lemon juice, and it's like warmed up, little boiling water.
The girl knows what she wants, man. I mean,
it's wild.
See,
I thought there was some like sort of tea or cider in there, but it's really just bourbon and lemon juice warmed up.
Right. Honey. Yeah. But I mean, hey, if she wanted it, she wanted it. They didn't provide it though. So
yeah, but it would have been easy, just like, just warm some bourbon, throw some honey and some water in there and some lemon juice. Warm that guy up.
Because I mean, I imagine someone doesn't know what the fuck coffee is, and you're like, yo, just heat up some beans, my guy.
That's the thing that's funny though, is they shouldn't say I don't know how to make it. They should definitely just Google. Like, why are they utilizing Google? We know you got a smartphone, like,
bro. Especially when you're dependent on us tipping you. Like, I don't want to hear you telling me you don't know how to do shit.
And it's honest if you don't, because I get it if you say, oh, I don't know, but I could try to make it. Like, that's different, because then it kind of tempers my expectations. Like, all right, so I might get this hot toddy. But I need to know that if this shit ain't hitting, it's because, for a reason.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. I mean, it is better than nothing. It's better than them being like, nah, let me know if you want a vodka on the rocks. I know what that is.
Like, bro, I only know how to make things that in the name is explains to me what's in it. So
Yeah.
you can have a vodka Sprite, you can have a rum and coke, you
You
can
gotta have it. You gotta have a vodka Red Bull.
yep,
You gotta have a
can do
Jack
all
and
that.
Coke.
You can have all that, bro. Once you start saying these names and I start having to pull out vermouths and shit. I'm good,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. I don't know who Mary. I don't know who Mary is. I don't know why she's bloody. I don't. I didn't invite Tom or Collins over.
Nah,
Okay,
bro.
so
I be looking
listen.
at some of that stuff and like, yo, you gotta like put like a thimble of simple sugars and vermouth, and I'm like, who the fuck is that? I don't even know who that is. And it's
Yeah,
like, I'm
that's
good.
why.
I'd rather just tell me what the drink is.
Yeah, fam. So those were the 2 nights, and I mean the restaurants were all right. I mean, Joel didn't have a good time based on the drinks, but
Was the
other than
food
that,
good?
sushi was cool.
Mm,
Um, yeah, sushi was all right. I'd give it about like 7 out of 10. It ain't,
yeah.
ain't nothing
I need to.
crazy.
I realized I never had a sake or a sake bomb. I need to do that at some point.
Yeah, it's good.
Next time I'm at a sushi spot, we're gonna have to break out the sake bomb right quick.
Yeah, but yeah, that was my weekend, man. Then today was chill. Watched the Giants almost give up a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. We're about to celebrate Hanukkah as the sun goes down the first night.
Right.
And yeah, man, just chilling, living good. How was your weekend?
Yeah, mine. I was, it was cool. Friday went to go see the movie as we always do. You already know over here. We went to go see Ralph Breaks the Internet. Definitely should have been called Ralph Wrecks the Internet because it's a sequel to Wreck-It Ralph.
Shouts.
Um,
That's really funny.
Now I don't even know if I saw the first one. I think I saw it and I just didn't remember it as much. But obviously just a dude in a video game and he's like bad guy and everybody hates him. He like kind of turns it around. Spoiler alert, I guess. But like this movie I definitely enjoyed. There's a lot of funny parts. It's a kids movie, so there's a lot of kids in the movie theater and they were talking and shit. I'm trying to think. There was like this kid said something funny. I think it was like there was like a whale or something in a preview talking. They got like mad quiet. And you just hear like a little kid out of nowhere. Whales can't talk. It's like, yeah, that's wild. But nah, it was a good movie, fun. There were some parts of it that I was like, yo, this is actually kind of like weird and creepy. Like, you know what I mean? Like there was like parts of it I was like, I feel like if I was a kid, like this would like kind of like creep me out a little bit. But they did like a really good like job of depicting like an imaginated like internet place. You know what I mean? Like how the pop up blocks would look and like how pop up protect like blocker and like how Google might look if it was an actual place, or like how the internet would look if it was an actual place and shit like that. Like I think they did a really good job of kind of like world building that shit. So that was cool. So I give it like 4 out of 5 buckets. Definitely go see it.
That's tight, man. Shouts to Wreck-It Ralph. I didn't
Got a
know why. I didn't know
got a
why
good
he was.
message.
I don't know why he was wrecking shit in the first one, but everyone's got they
That was
got.
his job, bruh.
uh,
But yeah.
that's
Rest
cool.
of my weekend. Saturday we were kicking it. I don't even know if we did anything. I feel like we went some. I did like I was working and shit. I did some OT, but I think we like was chilling. We watched some Beat Shazam, and that was funny. But the thing that sucked is yesterday I go to get gas. I went to Costco to put gas in the whip. I just bought this car, or we leased it like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And like fuck it, I turned off the car to pump gas and I tried to turn it back on and the motherfucker didn't start. And I'm like,
Damn.
oh, what the fuck?
Fight
So I'm
everybody.
stuck. It's you have you ever been to the gas station at Costco?
Nah, I'm broke. I ain't got a membership like that.
Yeah, we got the hookup from Katie's family. That's why the only reason why we have that shit.
Oh, nah. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure sure for a conversation's sake. Yeah, I've been there.
But either way, it's like kind of, it wasn't that many people there, but I was like still kind of stressing because I'm like, usually it's like a line. And if you're not moving, motherfuckers start getting real antsy and shit. So I was just like lucky that there was nobody there, and then like some dude came over and helped me push the car out of the way, and we had to fucking jump start it. And I'm like, bro, how am I have a dead battery on a car that's 3 years old? Like, what the fuck?
Battery, I thought batteries last around 3 to 5 years, but they last out here in the desert about 2 years.
So maybe that's what it is. It just lasted the 2 years. But it's like, that's fucking dumb. I think it depends on what you get, because I'm sure they just put a cheap ass battery in like the cars at first, you know what I mean? And then like the heat kind of drains them. But you know, you can get some ones for. I wonder if the ones that you get for 5 years or whatever still drain quick as hell. I don't know. They're probably out here getting people, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, I learned the hard way. Luckily, every time my battery dies, I'm just at home because I never go nowhere. But wait, did you like tell someone like, yo, I'm stuck at the? Were you stuck at the pump or what?
I was stuck at the pump, and so this dude kept like walking over because I was just like, I called Katie already. It's like, yo, roll through with the jumper cables because I think the battery's dead. And she was like, okay, I'll be there. And then so I was just chilling in the car, and this dude kept like, who worked at Costco, kept like kind of coming there, but like he didn't say anything to me, but he was kind of like chilling around the car. And I'm like, he probably wondering what the fuck I'm doing. All right, let me just tell this dude. And I was like, yeah, my battery died. He was wondering while I was just here. And she was like, oh, okay, you got somebody coming? And I was like, yeah. I should have been like, nah, bro, I'm about to stay the night.
Shit, that would have been happened to me. Or you should have been like, I mean, shit, maybe he had some jumper shit. I don't know.
I should have been like, nah, yo, so my car is tired, bro. I need a nap. I'm going to chill for a little bit, and then I'll probably leave, sun up.
My car's got 4 tires, so I need a nap.
Oh my god. And so, but like the thing that sucked though is so we went and got a battery from Walmart today, and I'm like, all right, we get the battery, we pay for it, and I'm like, yo, if they charge money to put the battery in, like fuck it, we could just take it home and I could just do it. It'd take like 2 seconds, and you know what I mean. But they were like, oh, it's free, so I'm like, all right, cool, y'all can put it in. I was like, yeah, Katie, you can just go because it shouldn't take them that long. I was there for like fucking 2 hours waiting for them to put a battery in my damn car.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was just chilling in the damn, and I'm like looking over. The battery's still on the counter from when I bought it for at least like an hour and a half. I'm like, fam, I could have took this shit home and been done already. Like, what the fuck? And then like they finally grabbed it, and then I was like looked over into the thing. I saw him change it. He was putting, air in the tires. I'm like, all right, cool. You hooking me up. That's what's up. And then, like, I saw him pull out the car, but then I'm like, all right, when they going to bring me my keys? And, like, I'm just sitting there waiting for them to come tell me that my shit's ready. And then they don't. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so I go out there and I just, like, hit up the register lady. I was just like, hey, is my car done? He's like, oh, yeah, what car is yours? And I told her, and she's like, oh, yeah, let's get your keys right now. I was like, y'all was waiting for me to figure out when the fuck my shit was done. What the fuck?
I mean, in their defense, how was he going to bring the car home if it was dead?
No. But I'm saying they were waiting for me to know when my car was ready. And I'm like, why the fuck didn't y'all just tell me? Like, you see me in the waiting room. Why didn't somebody just come and get me in the waiting room when my shit was done? They had me sitting here waiting, thinking like maybe something else was up. Maybe they had to like, you know what I mean? They had to do something else, but like they just never came and got me. I had to like go out to the register out of the waiting room to go find out if my shit was ready. It's like, bro, what the fuck? Make no damn sense.
The people of Walmart, man.
Right? I was like, this is so typical Walmart, bro. It's like I don't think I've ever been like in there and like somebody's ever asked me like, hey, do you need some help? Like literally never.
So that was your bad service? Was it more so the lack of service?
Yeah, pretty much. Like they were just like going about their day, fixing whatever cars. There's other people in there. This old black dude was like, yeah. So I just got here. I'm trying to gauge how long like this is about to take. I was like, yo, I'm just got a battery, y'all, and it took me. I've been here for 2 hours, bro. And he was like, oh shit, bro.
I will say, and this is probably like karma coming back into my life, but when I was younger, I worked at Best Buy in the car audio section. So we worked in the section that installed like, fucking stereos into people's cars and shit. And we were a problematic bunch. Like we were sponsored by like Samsung and all the different, companies throughout Best Buy that they got. And they brought us these like really sick basketball hoops one year. And we turned the install bay into just like a full-on basketball court.
Oh shit.
And when customers would pull their car in the morning, our coworkers would just pull the car out and we would play a full-on game of basketball. And we would like tell people like, yeah, there's a 2-hour delay, even though like it would only take us like 30 minutes to put in like a car stereo.
Damn.
So there was a couple of times, especially around Christmas time, like our boss was like, yo, you guys gotta stop like telling people there's a delay and you have to work on people. You know?
Like, yo, you can't stop. You can't keep doing that shit, bro.
It was just so funny because they kind of, it was like a catch-22 because like Christmas time is so hectic around Best Buy that they don't have time to hire people and train them and shit, that they just kind of have to rock with the people that they have.
Well, you think, don't they usually have to get like tips, or is that just like department stores?
They do, but like in the specialized departments, like they don't.
Oh yeah, you can't. It's just too much.
Right, because then people will steal shit and like.
And then you like training people to work for 3 months and you're wasting that time. Like that.
Right. So like with us, it was just kind of like they're like, fuck, like after the new year we can sit them down and find out who we can fire and shit. Like for now, we kind of just need these fucks, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just funny as shit. They'd be like, guys, like, why are you telling this guy with a Nissan Sentra like it's a 3-hour delay? That shit's 20 minutes. We're like, yo, well, you know, he did come late, like. So I kind of defend both of them. I see why you're mad, but I kind of see why they don't care.
Yeah, but no, I get it. If I worked at first of all, if I worked at Walmart, I wouldn't care either. Yeah. Like I'm not gonna be the one Walmart employee to care about shit. Like hell no. Like you know what I'm saying. I remember working at Dunkin'. I didn't care then. Like it'd be like, you know what I'm saying. I didn't do like wild shady things, but if people were just like, oh yeah, let me get this, and I'm like, oh, why is my hot coffee, like if I'm brewing the regular coffee, and they're like, why is my coffee taking too long? I'm like, oh, it's coming right up, and I just pour decaf in the cup. Like, all right, bro, since you impatient, take 2 minutes for me to brew the coffee, but here you go. Hope you don't wake up.
I hope you don't wake up. Yeah, that's wild, man. I mean, I don't know. It's just like it's based on the place. There's some places that just take forever, and you're just like, fam, like I'm getting like a 10-minute service,
Right. That's the thing that made me mad. I'm like, bro, I could have easily put this battery in, no problem. Like it's literally like 2 screws.
It's funny as shit though, because like when you complain about like, yo, they wasted 2 hours of my time, and if someone like called you out on like, all right, what were you about to do for those 2 hours? You're like, man, I was gonna do stuff. Like
no, for sure. I was gonna. That's important to me. I don't give a fuck.
I know, but it's mad funny because what if someone put you on Front Street? Like, what were you really about to do?
I'd have been real serious about telling them niggas I was about to nap.
Like,
I would have took a mean nap. It's the weekend. I don't know what you mean, bro. That should mean something.
That's funny as fuck, though. That's like back when like I worked at cell phones and people like the dudes that would complain the most about their phones not working. I'm like, come on, man, you got no girls in this phone. Like, who you talking to?
All right, yeah. Well, I need my phone so I can get no notifications.
Yeah, I'm like, fam, like all you got is Sprint and Sprint customer service. Like, fuck out of here. Well, that's funny, babe. Come on, bro. I'm sorry you went through those car troubles. I'm under the impression that like cars suck, and it's the major hustle, man. They got us,
I just always, every time the car is new, I just get mad. Like a new car I shouldn't have to worry about shit right now. That's the whole point of the leases, right? Like, because usually the cars start fucking up after 3 years. You do that shit on purpose.
That's how I feel. Yeah.
So that's why, like, a lease is supposed to, at least, like, you end up paying a little bit more up front, but then you don't have to worry about any big maintenance, really. You know what I'm saying?
Right, word. That's how I feel when I eat healthy and already get to the gym. So when I get sick, I'm like, nah, this is bullshit. I already do. Like, right? I already do more than I have to.
Right.
This is for the peasants, fam.
Right. You shouldn't, like, I feel like if you work out, it's weird though. Like, I always thought about this because people say, like, when they've been working out and eating healthy for a long time, that like they feel like kind of gross when they eat like bad. Yeah. And I'm like, that sounds trash, bro. Like, I feel like if you've been doing all this stuff for your body and like your body's in peak shape, like you should be able to eat a burger and your body not even notice what happened.
Yeah, that's what you would
like. Yeah, you should be able to eat a burger like, oh, that shit ain't nothing, bro. We about to hit up that kale though later, right? Like, it ain't supposed to be like, oh shit, what the fuck? Why we eating burgers now, bro? What happened?
It's funny, yeah. Some dude working out will have like a slice of cake, and then like the next hour they'll be in a corner like, "Yo, like, I can't believe I just wasted 10 years of my life." It's like, no,
Yeah,
like you good, fam. Like
obviously I got terrible perspective, because thick boy over here. But I'm like, why? Like, if you working out so much, why can't you eat? Like, you should be able to eat what you want. That should be the trade off, right?
that's
You
what I
know,
say. Same with
but
like, they're like, you sick?
nah.
They're like, yo, you should cut back on the cigarettes and alcohol. I'm like, all right, well, I don't do that, so I feel like somebody owes me money or some shit,
Right, bro. This is wild, probably, but like, you know how mad I'd be if I got lung cancer. I don't smoke cigarettes. What the fuck?
Yeah, I smoke a lot of weed, but like, I think they said some shit like, oh, okay, my bad. Here I go, some wild stat that's not even real. So I'm just gonna still pull up from 40. I think they said some shit like it would take 100 bong rips to equivalent to like one cigarette or some shit. So I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's true at all. But either way, I'm just like, bro. If if I die from something that like makes sense, like cool. But I'd be so mad if I just got hit out like some left field shit. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like I died at a country music concert because I gave it.
Right, you just walking by it or some shit.
Oh no, I gave it a shit. I gave it one chance and I got shot up at it or some shit.
Right, like, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I make it out of the hood and I die in like gun violence in the suburbs or some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or fucking
we die at a pottery class or some shit.
Right, like which one is the fat diabetes and which one is like the other diabetes?
Nah, I don't know.
It's like if I died from like the other diabetes instead of like the one that I definitely should have.
I read this. I was listening to like this newscast that said this guy died from a botched execution. I was like, my man's gonna die anyway.
Yeah, what?
It was mad funny. They like made that news. I was like, fam, what? Like,
yeah. I mean,
wouldn't the headline be like, my man was died from a successful execution?
Yeah.
Like,
it's just like they put the lethal injection and they forgot to put in the one that makes it non-painful. Like, it was like, oh, you were screaming, fuck. Well, you know what? Nigga was supposed to die. Like, that's kind of, I don't know what to tell y'all. Like,
that was like kind of in what was that movie in Widows when they're like, yo, his body burned. They're like, oh shit, oh well. Like, I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, all right. Spoilers.
Yeah, that shit was wild. Oh yeah, that is. Yeah, your homeboy. Was it Terrio who said that we were spoiling movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, he right now. Fuck.
Yeah, he's not gonna see Widows. And by the time he does, it's not gonna be a spoiler, so it's all good.
That's cool. We kind of went on too long with our weekends, but
it's all good. It connects because touching on a topic that speaking of murder, we touched on this topic a couple months ago when it was hot, and they've come to a conclusion. I think I don't know what episode it was specifically, but when we talked about the cop that busted into that guy's apartment and shot him, and there was all the drama and the rigmarole.
She thought that she was in her apartment and that he wasn't listening to rules, and it's like, bro, you broke into his house. I was like, well, what demands were in command you supposed to make, bro? You know,
which goes back to our stories about like the surprise parties. Like, how scared would you be if you're in your house and like someone someone comes in with a gun and tells you to start doing shit? You're like, fam, like,
right. But
yeah.
The thing that's crazy too is like, so the update obviously is that she got indicted for murder, right?
Yeah, she got indicted for murder, which I don't know if it means she got convicted yet.
No, it's just like she got charged with murder, and like, cause usually they don't get charged like manslaughter or something, some bull crap. But like, obviously we don't. She hasn't gotten convicted or anything yet. It was just like charged right now. But I'm pretty sure she got fired too, right?
Well, I'd hope so.
Yeah, so that's the update. Now, obviously, hopefully she gets convicted because that shit is wild. And also too, if she doesn't, it sets a wild precedent. Because like that means motherfuckers, cops really could just come and bust into your house and shoot you, and then claim that you weren't following directions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's wild in my case is like I'm always stoned when I'm home, like always. So imagine them being like, he was high, like There was a high count of marijuana in his blood. Like he
Like,
must.
bruh, you got a weed card. Like, what are you talking about? None of
I
that
know,
matter.
but I just fear for like they're probably like he was loud and yelling at the TV about the Yankees.
That's
He was
what I'm saying.
threatening.
It's a terrible president because like somebody buzzing your house with a gun, like you have every right to freak out. Like that's the most that's the only like that's not the only thing I can think of you freaking out, but I can understand literally everybody in the world freaking out that some random person walks into your house and then pulls out a fucking gun and starts telling you to do shit. It's like, bro, what's happening? Like, no, what?
Yeah, especially then her story not adding up, saying like, "Oh, the key wasn't working,"
And then it was
or
slightly open. The door was open a little bit. It's like, oh, so was the key not working? So if the key not working, you still thought it was your fucking crib, like,
and then you knocked at your own spot, like blah blah blah.
yeah, it was like, oh, it was weird. So fuck that shit.
What state was this again?
It was in Texas. I'm pretty sure it was Dallas.
Man.
So hopefully that's. I mean, I'm never hopeful in any of these situations, but hopefully she gets charged because that shit was fucked. That was some fuck shit.
And shouts to our government for putting more action on romaine lettuce than they do with fucking guns, fam. And I make jokes with that shit, obviously, but I mean it's pretty much the concept though. Like something happened and they took action. Like
Right.
I think that's cool, and it proves that when something like this happens, the idea of like, oh, we can't do anything is a lie because they do something.
I think it's just like obviously when it's like a weird thing where when romaine start killing people, it's actually better for it's obviously good for grocery stores and other businesses associated with romaine lettuce to tell us, hey, the romaine is bad, you might die from it, because that would look bad on them. But it just not so happens that when people die from it, nobody gives a shit.
Right. And like, I mean, like I said, we're not the political pod. We're not out here, but that's exactly what I feel like. It's just the logic. Like, oh, y'all see that, right? Like how they're like, yo, this is dangerous. We better do something. And they did something. That's all I'm getting at. Like, and you don't have to, be extreme about it and be like, yo, they're doing this, which is slippery slope and takes this away. All I'm saying is the fact that they did something, fam. Like, and people were still like, it's different. I'm like, no, it's really not. They looked at it and like, we should do something, and they did something. So, like, shouts to that. Like, hopefully in the future they can take note. But anyway.
Anywho,
speaking of the future,
speaking of murder and stuff, Eminem had a freestyle this weekend that was murdering my ears
and his career.
Not in a good way, bro. That shit was wild.
He's like a Ford tourist in a forest, and I'm stuck in the forest. Like, dude,
Harrison Ford in the Ford tourist. Bro,
I'm
he was
rabbit, you're the tourist. Yeah, dude, I don't understand at this point what Eminem is trying to do.
So, like, I've seen people on the internet. There's a lot of people who still love Eminem, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna take from Eminem's legacy of being like a really great rapper. Obviously he sold a shit ton of records. His first 3 albums are actually were really, really good, up there with probably like anybody else's. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like albums, people probably more say the first 2, you know what I'm saying, were up there, and the third one's kind of iffy. But, bro, what is he doing, man? Like, dog, and it's weird because I was telling you, like, it feels like there's older rappers who still rap, like Black Thought and Jay-Z and, some other people who still are rapping. They still got bars. But they don't sound like out of touch. Like, it feels like Eminem is just trying to prove himself at all times, and it makes no sense because who the hell does Eminem have to prove himself to?
Yeah, I think at first when it came, like I said, I referenced the first time he did like the slow freestyle or whatever it was, the unplugged shit. When he came at Trump, I thought that was needed because there was this like, Mountain Dew drinking, like, Stars and Bars following that was like, yo, I bet like Kid Rock and Eminem all feel the same way type shit,
No, but Eminem obviously, and I commend him for like the bars in that freestyle was still kind of like a little bit like all over the place, but like,
yeah,
like I was still rocking with the message, like, all right, cool.
Right. So then that's like I was saying. So I gave him the pass because some of the lines were kind of whack and like it was kind of like, oh, whatever. But you gave him the pass because it was a message and it was powerful, whatever. This time around, I'm just like, what is he like? It was just like, what is he trying to accomplish? Like he's like in this room empty, and he like makes the he makes these like analogies, and he like you were saying, he doesn't adapt, but at the same damn time, he doesn't have to because he doesn't need to sell any more music. He doesn't need to make any more music.
That's the
Like,
thing. Yeah, he's in a place where he could put out any crap that he want and people gonna buy it. That's the thing
yeah,
so like everybody was like, oh, it's so amazing, this and that, and it's like it don't matter what he was gonna put out, you're gonna tell me this, and then like maybe a couple years from now you'd be like, all right, it wasn't that good. Like I'm sure when fucking not revival because that was one is like better than the other ones, but like the ones that he had before like relapse and shit. Like at the time, people were like, "Oh my god, fucking rap god, Marshall Mathers LP2. Oh my god, like this rap god." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people were hyping it up, and then 2 years later, they weren't listening to that shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, nah. I mean, I agree. I mean, and it's something like it's just like someone coming out like and dropping like a one album that we're all been waiting on and stuff. And I think shouts to Stud V from TTS. He talked about that. Like we get it, man. You don't need to dunk it on us every time you come out. Like if you're gonna make some music, like you could just be like, yo, Eminem released
Right.
this. Like it doesn't have to be like, yo, you got like the ball drops at midnight type shit.
Right, but the thing to me is it feels like one he's gotten like worse at like crafting songs like as he's gotten older. Like he needs to be somebody who's like good at like actually making a song, and he's gotten way too into making sure he's technically rapping, but like good. Like that's where I'm thinking like he's putting like actually technically being like rhyming every single fucking syllable over whether or not like the song is like makes sense or like sounds good. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that shit should matter. But he's more like, oh, I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm really good at rapping. So this is me rapping. And it's like, bro, and it's like, how much of this shit are you even relating to, bro? Like him, maybe I'm starting to realize that I never really liked a lot of the subject matter in a lot of his songs. But like, I don't really need to hear, like, even in his freestyle, he was talking about like choking strippers until like they almost die and shit. And I'm like, bro, like, I don't really need to hear you rap about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you're like kind of like putting, because that wasn't that the whole thing in Relapse, he like put his head in like the mind of like a serial killer or something like that. He was like rapping from this perspective of that. Like, bro, I don't, that doesn't resonate with me, bro. Like, what the fuck?
This ain't hitting them.
But like, even then, it's like he was just like random bars, like, oh, put my getting the head in the sand like an embarrassed ostrich. Like, what?
Nah, what lost me, and we might have to. I need you to put it in the pod, man. Is what he said. Yeah. Not even a and a beep.
Yeah, like I can't even applaud when you're in the booth. Not even a wee or a woo. Like or a boo.
The best thing I saw was like someone on Instagram was like, or Twitter was like, why is Eminem doing this to himself?
Like why? I don't even understand it.
And the best was like also it's hard. We gotta get visuals for the pod on this part. It's like when he's like doing his hand parts, he's like acting out a sound effect.
Right? I was like thinking about it more because like he said silly dumb shit, and like in that one song where he said, "Oh, your booty's heavy duty like diarrhea," and I'm just like, bro, what? And I was thinking like. Who like 2 Chainz says wild shit all the time, but I let it happen because 2 Chainz isn't like selling it to me like he's some sort of like fucking master like rap god lyricist, and he's not yelling it at me like it's the hardest shit he's ever said in his life. Like he knows that shit's silly, and he just saying that shit in the rhyme because he fucking can. But,
Eminem raps like he.
Yeah, Eminem's saying it to you like it's the hardest shit you ever heard. Like, don't tell me like that her ass is heavy duty like diarrhea, like you just said, like some earth shattering shit. Like, bro, no.
He also raps like it's like, man, will somebody tell Eminem's mom to call him? Obviously, he misses her. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got to cry for help. Just fucking just create an environment for M where he feels safe and he's cool. But nah, going with that, dude. What's funny, I always like, and it kind of trickles to our next topic, is when somebody like that, like Eminem, that's been out of touch for a while, drops, a song like that, people instantly will be like, real music, real rap.
I'm really getting tired of those people.
Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, Eminem could bust out in 10 years and just drop one song and whatever, and it's like, fam, like, just accept what it is. Like, you live in a time period where things change, and that's everything: music, movies, sports, entertainment. And people that are like, man, like, I should have been alive in an earlier age. Like, you can still go back and listen to the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I find that trivial when people are like, yeah, this new age rap sucks. I wish I was alive during, like, Wu-Tang Clan and Run DMC and shit.
Like, you were alive.
Yeah, it's like they're still alive. Most of them are.
And the thing that makes all right, so there's like two things that like make me mad about that. One is like these people pretend like they don't like any new music ever, and it's like you're fucking lying, bro. Like, you're absolutely lying. There's no way you don't like any like newer person ever. Like, stop fucking lying to me. And then the second thing I hate is like these people, you can still go back and listen to that music. Literally nothing's stopping you. But instead, you on the internet telling me how you rather be listening to those old people than the person that I'm talking to. Like, bitch, don't comment on what I'm saying. Go listen to him then, motherfucker. What the fuck?
Right, like, and that goes with me when it comes to, like, is I catch myself watching highlights of old sports, like when my teams aren't doing too great, but it's like I can only use so much material until I'm like, yo, the team better start winning again, And but, same goes with music. Like, I love Big L. I told you he's my favorite artist ever, but he's only got 20 songs, like, right. You know what I'm saying? But after a while, there's only so many times I can listen to his 20 tracks and body of music, because the poor kid died at fucking 19 years old, 24. Right. But but that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the problem. It's like, if you get stuck in this idea of like, yo, Queen's the best music ever, or they haven't made a song since whenever, so like eventually you're gonna have to listen to new shit. Unless
like, you just sound like an old ass person, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah. Like, but it's just like, bro, move on. Go if you want to go back and do that, sure. But my thing is, people do two things. They ascribe it to their like personality. They think they're a cooler person that like they listen to old music. Like, bro, everybody listens to older music. Literally everybody likes some older music and they go back and listen to it. Dude, you're not distinct. You're not some like different person just because you claim to like older music more than you like new music. And like, two, people think the big thing that happened when people come out like, oh, this is real rap music. If they ascribe what you listen to as like how intelligent you are. So like, oh, you can't enjoy a club song from Ray Shrimmer or some shit. Like, if you enjoy that shit, then you obviously don't care about real rap music, and you don't fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not smart because you're not fucking listening to Nas 24/7. Like, bruh, sometimes you're not in the mood for that shit. It doesn't have to be some sort of referendum of who you are as a person.
Yeah, what the fuck? When I'm at the gym, I want to listen to some fucking Ray Schwimmer. You know what I'm saying? It's like, jumped out the Pegasus. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be hearing like lyrical breakdown textbooks and analogies when I'm at the gym. Like, damn.
I don't need to be at the fucking gym hearing fucking Lupe Fiasco rap to me about the fucking like school to prison pipeline system, bro. Like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's times and places for shit, and you know what I'm saying? But too many times people, and I like, even for people I like people who like J. Cole, they're like, oh, people just hate on J. Cole because they don't know what real music is. It's like, man, maybe people, they just don't like J. Cole because they don't like J. Cole. Like, and it's fine. If you like J. Cole, that's cool, bro. But don't make it like you a smarter person than everybody else because you fucking like J. Cole, bro. Relax.
I will say the 4 songs that will get me to instantly walk out of a bar, because for some reason everybody thinks and feels the need to sing this all at once in a bar.
Free Falling?
That's one of them. Good for
Living
you.
on a Prayer?
Okay, we're gonna add a 5th. Here's the other. here's the other 3 that you can be like, yeah, that's
Sweet
true.
Caroline. I hate that shit.
Fuck, man, you're on a roll. Sweet Caroline and Journey. Don't Stop Believing.
Yeah. Those
and then Sublime, Santa Maria.
Santeria, Santeria bangs, but I'm with you
But
though.
how often have you heard, I ain't got no Santeria, I ain't got no crystal ball? I'm out that bitch so fast, fam. I don't care if you're with me, Ty. I'm out, son. I can't stand everyone hugging, like holding hands, like, yo, this is the best song ever. It's not. Like, those songs are whack, man.
Living on a Prayer is wild, bro. I've never been.
They stop the shit. You're at midway in your order, like, oh, whoa, living on a prayer. You're like,
bro,
fam.
I didn't. So like, I've heard all these things, but obviously, black people don't rock to the same way white people do. And I just remember being at a bar and my first time like witnessing like Living on a Prayer coming on, and like everybody just like getting into it, singing. What I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Dude, I'm like, I've never seen, like, if you want somebody's attention, you play Living on a Prayer at a club. People will look at you and you got their attention, fam. Like,
they just wow, wow. Wow, wow.
Like, fam, someone. Those are the 5 songs. They play at any time, and people stop and act like they best friends, and here they come singing and holding hands.
I can like withstand Santeria, and I can withstand like Living on a Prayer, because I just look around at the white people and people watch. It's funny to me, and like the Journey song, Don't Stop Believing, it kind of wore on me, but Sweet Carolina's the worst because it's not even like, at least those other songs kind of like are good songs. Like Sweet Caroline, not even a good song to me for everybody to be singing.
Right, and it's fucking whack ass like the Red Sox song. So like you have your lame ass like Red Sox friends and being like, yo, blah. So yeah, fuck that. Fuck
like, what is this song about?
I don't know. And they're not even from. They're from Georgia or some shit. So it's not even like a real. It's
Get it out of here, bro.
Yeah, but yeah. So anyway, I will say that there's some people that think like they're above music or they're better than people. But when those songs come on, I am above people, and I'm better, and I'm not singing along with you fucks. You know what I'm saying? I'm out, fam.
That's different. I guess my main point for this podcast segment is you're not better than people because your music taste is whatever your music taste is. Like, I'm sorry, you're just not. It's just simple.
And we covered snobbery before, but this is a different lane.
Right. It's just like, just stop. You're not. It's like, you like what you like, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool, but you're not better than people. People, you don't have to, just because somebody, you know what I'm saying, likes certain genre of music, don't mean that they're fucking dumb because they want to listen to Cardi B every now and then or some shit, bro. Like, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. Now, I will say, I do think it's weird when people only listen to what it is on the radio, but that's, to me, that's different. That's like people who don't really give a fuck about having a music taste. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on everyone listens to music. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in like the fact that people are like, yeah, I don't listen to any music. It's like, you got to, like, they have music in commercials. Like, you subliminally listen to music,
That shit is weird to me, but there is people like that, I guess. They just don't really, like, they might, obviously they hear music, but they don't ever like go and like seek out music and like, oh, like they hear a song that they hear all the time and they never like, oh, let me go make a playlist or some shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Or let me make sure I get that CD. Like, they don't really care. They just throw on the radio and whatever's on is on. And like, that shit seems weird to me as fuck, but there's people like that, man. Like, you know how there's people who just don't care about movies?
Yeah, I mean, but still, they definitely watch them. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, but it's never. They're not like, oh, like you make a movie reference, and if it's not like, you know what I'm saying, like the top 15 movies of all time, they don't really know what the fuck's going on. You know what I'm saying? Same with TV shows and this and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just some people just like some things different. Like,
I automatically think someone has a better personality when they get a movie reference off rip, though. That's funny.
That's true. Like, they seem like you're a cooler person if you got the movie references stuck.
Especially out of context, dude. Like, if I can bust a Friday reference or some shit, like, dude.
I feel like if you just pop culture savvy, like, that's pretty damn good. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, not everybody knows everything.
Like, I'll give it back to throwback to when I got my car accident and the cop that was on the scene. I made him laugh because he was like telling me his like title before he told me his name. I was like, oh word, so you top flight. And he's like, yeah, of the world, man. I was like, that's sick. I was like, that's good. I was like, top flight of the world, huh? Top flight motherfucking security. I was like, you die for this shit?
All right.
But anyway, but yeah, shouts to that, man. Let people live, let people enjoy their music. If you're at a bar in Sweet Caroline, Free Fallin', Living on a Prayer, Santa Maria.
Santa
And
Santeria.
is it Santeria?
Yeah,
And then I don't know what the fifth one is. Don't Stop Believing by Journey. Those come on, stop singing.
Yeah, bro.
But
they don't even slap. There's some old school songs that slap harder.
yeah, man, that's true. We'll come up with that next pod. But again, for the first night of Hanukkah, cheer, cheer, cheer. We've arrived, burn, 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 to our favorite segment of the pod, Song of the Week. Hanukkah is the festival of lights. It's, dedication. It's a ceremonious time. But, it's kind of commemorating the people of the past, making it through the nights. So tonight's Song of the Week is Through the Night by Travis Scott featuring Kid Cudi.
I thought you was about to put a whole actual Hanukkah song. Like, nah, Travis Scott, bro, he knew what it was.
Nah, but I mean Through the Night. So
no, I get it.
They working through the night.
And when what people didn't know is when Travis Scott uses famous ad lib, it's lit. He actually talking about the nights that the candles were lit.
The menorah.
During Hanukkah and on the menorah.
Yeah, it's lit.
Little fun fact.
Little small circle, man. Travis Scott with his backward ass name. He in the family. He in the tribe.
Yeah, bro. People don't know. Like he's about it. That's don't say you never learn anything listening to this podcast.
Yeah, and Zion Williamson, a Jew, because the company that made my menorah, Zion. So we out here.
Williamson, not the most, but yeah.
Zion.
Yeah, there you go.
But that's my song of the week, man. What you got, Ty?
This week we had a lot of shit drop. Like, we had Meek finally dropped his first album since being released from prison. And he
humble flex.
Right? It's wild. It's a weird flex, but I'm saying he came and he fucking delivered. He got bars on this album. He got songs that you could play at the club. He got songs that if you listen to what I'm saying, like if you a Meek fan, you know the type of shit that he usually brings. Now him and Drake squashed their beef. They got a song on the album. It's pretty good. I don't know if it's it's not better than the first two Drake and Meek features, which is Rico and Amen, but it's still pretty good. But you got people who, I don't want to say no names, it was Trav, but people who were completely siding on the Drake stuff, and so they were shunning Meek. And I don't know, I don't know for sure. Trav's, usually a man is where he probably still not fucking with Meek, even though they squashed the beef. But there's a lot of OVO people with OVO. October's very own in their bio. What I'm saying? Drake stands rocking with Meek on this album and be like, oh yeah, Meek spitting on this album. It's like, bro, he always been spitting. I don't know if people were acting like the man couldn't rap. It was weird.
Yeah.
If it's one thing you're like, yo, I'm picking Drake on this beef, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But don't act like Meek couldn't rap. That was weird as fuck.
Yeah, Drake's got better marketing and Meek's got better pizza. Don't tell me Domino's Domino's got great marketing. Their product ain't shit.
Right. Is you know what I'm saying? Even if you again, you could think you could think Drake raps better. That's fine. I don't care about any of that. But just saying Meek was complete garbage was just dumb to me. I would never pick somebody in a beef and be like, yeah, but that other person sucks. Nah, one person might just be winning the beef, or you know what I'm saying? Drake's still a more popular artist, but obviously the tide kind of turned since he went to jail. And the public reception was already on Meek's side, especially once he got released and shit. But either way, definitely go check it out. Championships Meek. I definitely like what the hell is this? I'm trying to think of what the hell is the name of the song. The one with him and Jay-Z and Rick Ross. It's actually called What's Free. That shit obviously goes hard. Jay-Z was spitting again. Rick Ross was spitting, but he needed to chill because he used the F word. But yeah, there was some other shit. Lil Baby dropped his album. That one was pretty hard. You fuck with Earl Sweatshirt at all?
I'm cool without Future and Tyler the Creator, but yeah, I mean, I'm cool. I can't name any of his songs, so I can't really say like I like him or not.
Okay.
But
Nah, it's cool. I will admit that he can rap, but I didn't really fuck with his music. Like his other song was like I don't go outside. I don't like shit. I don't go outside. Um, it's just too dark for me. Like I'm not that sad. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. Like it probably hits for other people. It just wasn't for me. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's just not my feel. So sometimes I can appreciate it. Like when the Weeknd's sad, like and he's singing and shit. I'm about it. But I don't know. It's just I just couldn't. But then like he dropped the album, Friday called Some Rap Songs, and he was spitting on some of the songs. Some of the beats were a little too wonky for me, and like they're only like 1 minute songs. 15. It was a 15-minute it was a 15-song album, and it was only like 20 minutes. And so there were like really songs on there that are 57 seconds and shit, and a minute and 23 seconds, and then what I mean, some of the beats sound like somebody was smacking like a broom against a washerboard, and it's just him like rapping into the beat, and I'm just like, I don't know, bro. But so a lot of people fuck with it, so if you want to go check it out, you can.
Sounds enticing. I want to find out. Shouts to Adidon or whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine Drake's Hanukkah is gonna be super lit this year, knowing that the world knows he has a kid. So
right, bring the kid out, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So Drake, Champagne Poppy, get back to us. We want to know what the Hanukkah's like. Ty, let them know where they can follow us, fam.
Oh yeah, if you fuck with us heavy and you wanna ask some questions, this is your first time listening to the podcast, definitely shoot over some questions. You can hit us up on Facebook, the Bucket Up Podcast over there. On Instagram, we're the Bucket Hat Boys, and then on Twitter, we are at Bucket Up Podcast. You can also follow us individually. The homie JB is at JB Speaks, and I am at Tylante, aka Fats Damaho. So yeah, follow us on Twitter or any of the social medias if you feel like it. I don't know what the hell you're listening to us on right now, but we are also happen to be on Stitcher Radio. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on obviously SoundCloud, the OG, and then we are also on Google Play. So differentiate. If you recommend us to the homie, and they be like, "Oh yeah, I don't got the Apple Podcast." Like, "Oh, it's cool because they on Google Play, bitch. What's up?"
Yeah, you ain't got no more excuses.
Right. As a matter of fact, if they got Apple Podcasts, just take their phone and just subscribe them to our shit, bro. Fuck it.
Yeah. Next time somebody asks for a selfie or can you take a picture of them, just slide into their podcast app and subscribe.
The real buckets.
But yeah, other than that, Ty, thanks again for putting up with me yet again for another week. This is the 63rd episode of the Bucket Up Podcast. Happy to be here. Happy to, keep breathing because we're going to keep building. But it's the kid JB for the Bucket Hat Boys. I am out. For us, we are out.
Yeah, cheer. All right, do you want to do the recap or not?
Yeah, you want me to just spit like what we talked, just like name off the topics real quick?
Yeah, it's like I don't know how we should intro it. Like, yo, on today's episode of the Bucket Up Podcast, we talked about what did we talk about?
Shit. Ty got bad service at Walmart, so listening to that. If you know what a hot toddy is, please listen to that. Eminem dropped a new freestyle. It's kind of whack, so tune in. Let us know your opinion. And also, man, like, what era do you think you should have been born in? We cover about people that feel that they should have been born in a different time era. So if you feel that way, let us know. Bucket Up Podcast, episode 63.
I don't think we actually talked about people being born in the wrong time era.
We didn't. The music thing, I think.
That's what it was. We could just be like, yo, like on today's show, we talked about Wreck-It Ralph, or we reviewed Wreck-It Ralph. Neither one of us know how to make a fucking hot toddy. We also talked about Eminem getting head in the sand like an embarrassed ostrich.
And then we talked about the 5 top songs that get a bar going crazy. The crowd at a bar going crazy.
Oh yeah, that's true. So you want to do it again, or maybe you just like splice up from what I just said?
Whatever you feel, dude. I don't care.
Fuck it.
Yeah,
Say
just chop
what?
it up.
I'll see what I can pull from it.
Or we can
All right.
work on it as time goes.
All right, cool.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Have a good night.
You too, homie.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah, bro.
Thanks,
Peace.
bro. Later.